Hey guys, welcome to the Aspect of Gaming podcast number 1. I'm going to be your host here, Snowy Padre Theo. On our show today, we do have Ping0 joining us, coming up with a new event as well. Huge number of announcements. It's going to be really exciting. I can't believe, actually, that we've managed to get this for podcast number 1. It's just perfect little timing anyway. With the APoG crew joining us here today, we've got Kier, Crash Ghost. What's up?
Hey man, how's it going? Hi at all.
We've also got Matt. He's down in Wellington. Kier's up in Auckland. Hey, Matt.
I'm actually from Dunedin, but yeah, hello, Theo.
No, Kier's from Auckland. Matt is from Dunedin. Okay. Right, definitely. And Kevin's up in Auckland here with me as well. What's up, Kev?
Yeah, I'm really close to Theo right now. We're separated by a few meters, so it's pretty comfortable. I'm comfortable.
No idea how creepy that can be. Anyway, we do have Conrad, the coordinator of Ping0, leader of it all, the man with the plan. What's up?
Hey guys, how's it all going? Thanks very much for giving us a chance to come out here. Looking forward to it. Good to see some Ping0 people out there. I hope you've all got a beer in your hand because it's going to be a fun half hour. Cheers.
Yeah, Major's got a beer in his hand. Most definitely. Anyway, Lawrence here joining us as well. He's an admin over on Ping0. How's it going, Lawrence?
Yeah, going well. Everyone else out there will know me as Beetle.
Awesome. Got the Beetle in the name. Anyway, just before we start off, I want to say thanks again to TD Esports for giving us a chance and letting us give stuff away on the Facebook page for our first week of release here at Aspect of Gaming. It was a lot of fun. A bunch of people got a cool couple of peripherals, and probably going to get a couple of pictures of them with them and see them in action in just a little while. Anyway, now we're going to move on to the interview, and this podcast has 2 sections. First one's going to be the interview, which is questions from attendees, from you guys attending here and from the people on the Facebook page to Ping0, just having Ping0, the guys from Ping0 talking a little bit about what they do, how they got here, and where they're going in the future. We'll give you guys in the chat right now a chance to ask them a couple of questions as well, and we've also got a couple of videos and announcements from them. Then we'll move on to Gamer Chat, which is everyone from APoG putting together a topic or a couple of topics about gaming in New Zealand or gaming in general that they just want to talk about, and we'll just hash out a whole bunch of random ramblings about gaming in general. So join in on that. A lot of fun. We're going to move right into the interview questions. So on the APoG podcast page, number 1 for Ping0, we've got a couple of questions here. The first one asked by me, myself. I had to do it because I felt like it. What has been your favorite LAN game ever? The favorite game to play at a LAN for you, Major?
Yeah, first off, mate, probably my very first, I'm a massive Quake fan. I started off with Quake World, and actually it wasn't a true LAN because we used to dial into Dr. Floppies back in the day. There was like he had 6 phones set up there. So Quake 3 Arena is definitely my favorite. It was awesome. I loved it. They had that free beta test, and I remember that was that got me hooked. That was when I got hooked, and a lot of mates played it. And hence the reason why Quake Live does feature at Ping0. Cheers.
Yeah, we've had a lot of I went to last Ping0 and they had a lot of Quake Live people jumping in. It was a lot of fun. Of course, it's free. Just jump on a browser. It's wicked. And another one coming up here from Ez. As time passes and with each LAN that you guys host, what has become the pros and cons of creating a successful LAN, and has it gotten any easier or harder?
Oh, okay. Man, this is an awesome question, eh? And I've basically, the pros, and man, Beto will probably talk about it from his point of view as well, but the pros for me is of running a successful event is basically the people you meet, man. I've met some fantastic people. That's how I met you, Theo. Like, you heard about the event, you came along, you enjoyed it, and now here I am on your very first podcast, basically talking about it. It's basically like also, like, with being the pro of having a successful event is that we also get a lot of exposure to sponsors, and I'm no longer having to actually chase up sponsors. I'm getting basically emails, not on a daily basis like I'd like, but I'm getting approached all the time. And basically at the end of the event, of a successful event, man, people just coming up to you going, GG, I had the best time, and the smiles and the handshakes and the high fives. I just love it. That's what does it for me. The cons, the long hours, man, the massively long hours that go into running an event. And I mean, people just don't realize it. They think, you just set the stuff up and it all works. Man, there is so much planning and organization, trying to get sponsors sponsors, etc. And of course, the expectations are high. If you run one successful event, they expect the next one to be, bigger, better. So that does put it on you, and it never does run smooth. It never runs smooth, man. We Ping Zero, the first event we ran at the Trust Arena, it wasn't smooth. We didn't have internet until literally like half an hour before people turned up. And it's scary when you've got all these people that have paid good money to come to an event, and you haven't got internet. It's kind of scary. And with that, the other con, of course, is the long hours. Now, ask about the easier and harder side of things here. I've got a massive notepad here, and I love talking. I love the sound of my own voice. So sorry, guys. What's gotten easier with doing more and more of these events is setting up and cleaning up. Because I'm in the military, we do things by numbers, so it's made it really, really easy. I can now walk into a building, open up the power board, have a quick look at the distribution board, and go, yeah, okay, sure, you can fit like 600 people in here, but you only got power to run it for like 200 people, and we know like looking at a venue, like how much network cable we need, how much power cable we need, how many multi-boards we need, how much three-phase gear we need. So what's getting harder? This is the biggest challenge of running Ping Zero for me. Well, that's going to be the next question, but like basically balancing my lifestyle. Like I've got family, kids, and I like playing. I like to have my own time as well. So as an example, the last 2 nights I've had 6 hours sleep, and it's prepping for this next event. The last event was literally 2 weeks ago, and I've had, it's almost like I've been in another land. So that's pretty much sums up. But awesome question, and appreciate it. Beetle, do you want to add your point of view? With
the pros and cons side of things, I mean, the pros of running a successful LAN is it's really neat to see it come off and the competitions come together and people having a good time. Love it. The cons, the crunch before the LAN, getting everything sorted, especially when we cut off registrations very late, and you're trying to organise seating and get all that all nicely squared away so everyone can sit near their friends. Has anything gotten easier? New venue, everything's gotten a lot easier. Setup is infinitely easier at the new venue than the old one. Cleanup is a lot easier as well. Harder is, I suppose, as we get more people coming along, then the organisation side, you've got to do a little bit more with regards to planning. But as long as you plan, everything works.
Hell
eventually.
Yeah. I love all that 6 hours sleep that you got, Major. That's pretty impressive. I mean, I've been doing that as well, but not for any particular reason, just insomnia, just in general. But it's really, really hard. I know, I feel your pain. Not entirely. Like, this event is bigger than anything that I've ever put on, but I know the pain of just sleepless nights trying to organize everything. Anyway, we'll move on. This one probably going to be a bit quick, as Matt pointed out. It's a little bit answered already, but what is the biggest challenge that you've had when hosting really big LANs? The one biggest challenge.
Okay, for me personally, it is delegation, mate. I'm a full-on control freak. No laughing, Beetle. And I have high expectations of my staff, so I get cranky at times when things go wrong. And personally, I'd rather do it myself because that way I know it's done right. But I have slowly let go the delegation reins, I suppose, and ease them a bit. But yeah, I need a lot of Snickers, otherwise I get really, really angry. So delegation, man, it's really hard. I'm a control freak, so that's probably been the biggest challenge for me. Beetle.
Yeah, so it is really good that you're starting to delegate, because this was probably the most relaxed. The last LAN was the most relaxed one I've had as a member of crew. It was really good. But yeah, I think as it's getting bigger, the setup for the hardware side of things isn't that much more difficult. It's the organising people. So again, I'll go back to the seating, but then there's all the competitions, and it's getting people together into competitions, and that's somewhere we need to get better with scheduling and the like to handle the larger crowds.
Yeah, that just comes with experience. You build into it, and it's always hard working with people. Some of them they go off and then they come back on, and you're like, oh yeah, what have they gone? Oh, what are you? Moving on to the next question. Have you ever thought about when you will eventually call it quits? This one's from David Newer. That's a mean question. You guys are just starting to ramp up everything. It's getting really exciting, but it is an interesting question. And also, if you pass the torch on, if you do call it quits, do you think you're going to pass the torch on to a young and upcoming group and see if you can keep it flowing?
Okay, man, this is an awesome question, and man, first off, I need to put it into some context. We've been running this event for now 12 years, and during that time, I've coordinated an event while serving over in Afghanistan for 6 months. Over the last 5 years, I've been basically living abroad. So I've been in the South Island for 2 years, and the last 3 of those 5 years, I've been living in Australia, and still pulling off these events. I'm flying over to run an event, and basically, on the flights home, I reflect on what's happened and what's been achieved. And I normally have my headphones on. I'm zoned out. Lack of sleep. Just enjoying the moment and relishing in it. But I think what's hard is I'm thinking about my family back. And the things I'm missing out on those weekends, which makes it it does make it hard. I've missed out. I've run Ping Zeros over my wedding anniversaries, over kids' birthdays, and missed out on a lot of firsts. And it does hurt when the wife sends me photos of my kids doing things that I've missed out on. But yeah, sure. I thought about calling it quits, and I was really close to calling it quits probably about a year ago when I was still over in Australia. I was just going, I'm getting older, and it was getting a lot harder. However, I do love a challenge, and I've got a whole lot of goals that I want to achieve, and it's all about building the New Zealand gaming community, and there's no one doing that, man. And so I'm passionate about the guys that come to the events, and I want to build our brand. I want to carry on, and for sure, man. Like if I don't know what I'm doing, and if I'm going wrong, and this event here will be the tester for sure to see if I've gone off track. But man, I will definitely pass the torch on. It'll probably end up being my son, because I'm still a control freak. So he's 9. So will I be doing it for another 10 years? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Time will tell. This next 12 months will be very interesting. And that's all I'll say about that at the moment.
You'll be
Peter,
exactly
what are you,
I
mate?
was doing with the UAV. Actually, I'm sort of pseudo the president still for the video game club at the University of Auckland, but I'm sitting back, but I'm still micromanaging in the background, a little secretly.
Yeah, nice. Peter, what about you, mate?
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever let it go. But if you do, it's not Ping Zero anymore, mate. If you lose that connection, it's no longer Ping.
I appreciate it, bro. Nice.
Let's hope it it evolves into something that's still just as good, even if it can't dynamically be Ping Zero. It is tied to that habit game. Come on. Got it, mate.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
the last question that's on the event page for the first podcast is, what do you guys? How did you guys get into the gaming industry in general? Like, what were your thoughts? What motivated you? Like, were there no lands around? What was going on?
Oh man, I'll go first there, Beetle. Basically, it was mates. Ping Zero wasn't even my idea, man. It wasn't even my brainchild. It was the seed was planted in my head by another mate. I used to go to a couple of lands way back in the day, over on the North Shore in the dude's garage, and it used to be the first Saturday every month, and we pulled around one Saturday. The dude had actually sold his house as a for sale sign. We were at our PCs and we're like, WTF, like. He didn't even tell us. I only knew the guy through landing, so all of a sudden we're like, so that, a lot of it come from there. But going a bit back to my childhood, I spent all my money at arcade parlors, the old credits, 20-cent coins, flick them into spacey machines. I was addicted to gaming. I won't say addicted. I enjoyed it. It was my escape, and I still do it. Here I am, over 40, and I still game most nights. I just enjoy it. It's playing with your mates, man. But the beauty about the thing about at a LAN, it's actually seeing your competitor in the eye. I think you lose a lot of that online, and and so I really enjoy, and that's why I enjoy running those events as well. But I mean, that's something different. Anyway, I'm starting to go off topic. But yeah, it's basically hanging out with mates, like-minded people. The gaming community. I've met some fantastic people, and so as I said, Theo, I wouldn't be here today on this podcast if it wasn't for Ping Zero. So yeah, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, Beast, what about you, Biddle? How did you get into the gaming industry and thinking about joining events and things? Were you just pushed the hell out of it by Major?
No, I didn't even know Major when I first started landing. It was way back when I was first joined the Air Force, but I'd been gaming for years before that. But probably my first exposure to a LAN was actually when I was living in barracks on base with other guys who were into computing, and we set up our own 10 meg LAN in the barrack block, and we were gaming away playing Counter-Strike. And it just ended up going from there. We ended up going to garage lands. We ended up setting up bigger lands and buildings on base, and that's where I finally met up with Conrad and eventually became crew.
Sounds pretty beast. I mean, that is how a lot of people tend to get into it. They're either the leader of it or they get pushed into it by someone else. They sort of join in because they see it's great and they want to help out. They want to make it sort of become something really amazing, and it has, which is just so brilliant. We're getting so many great lands coming into New Zealand right now. Gaming is just evolving over the last couple of years. It's just insane. But then, yeah, I'm going to go off on a tangent. So let's just move on. Interviewing for questions. Sorry, other questions coming in from the chat. If you guys in the chat want to ask Ping Zero any other questions, start sending them in now. Major, keep an eye on those. But we're going to go and play a video from the upcoming event, Ping Zero number 44. It's now evolving into something completely, not completely different, I would say, just evolving into something more evolved. You know what evolution is. You get better. That's what it is. So we'll play that video, ask your questions in the chat, we'll keep a tab on that, and then we'll fill you in on what the hell is happening for Ping 044, how it's evolving, and what's going on. So here's the video, guys.
Drop it. Kick it. Check this out.
So that was the video. Fill us in, Major. What do all those details mean? What's going on for Ping 044?
All right, Ping 044. This is the first time we've done it over a long weekend. You're going to get 48 hours of gaming. We're starting at noon on Friday. Yeah, that's right. None of the 6 o'clock nonsense. You're going to come in at noon. You're going to be ready to go. Come in, socialise, have a few drinks, and then we're still R18. We're not going to let young fellas in. It's still all about adults. As you can see, we still want like 300 gamers. That's what we're pushing for, and we've got some massive other announcements that will come out in the next couple of weeks about how we're going to achieve that. As you can see, the ticketing's all changed. The whole website's changed. Everything's live. If you're a Ping Zero follower, if you've been to an event in the last 2 years, you will get an email with a discount code. As I said, my promise to all my loyal Ping Zero followers and all the gaming community, you guys built Ping Zero. You're the guys that motivate me and keep me going. So you're going to get a discount code. You'll see when you turn up on the website, it will say $49. That is not the price that you pay. You'll pay a special price. You'll see it time it gets in there. It'll be cheaper than what you've paid to go out of the events. That's right. It is absolutely cheaper than what you'll pay to go to a normal Ping Zero. We have got some massive sponsors coming on board, and they've got some awesome partners. It's still not finalised. It's basically locked in. I'm so excited about it. What else is happening at that event? We've also now got a spectator area. We're taking up 3 rooms. So the Genesis Lounge, if you've been to the event before, you know what the Genesis Lounge is all about. That is all opening up. There's going to be no sleepy area, man. That's going to be full of gamers. We're going to have sponsors stuff in the middle of that area. There's going to be gear to demo. There's going to be gear to try out. We're going to have interviews. There's going to be PR teams. It's going to be huge. We are going. This is it. I'm basically all cards are on the table. I'm throwing everything out. This is me. As I said, 2 weeks into the after the last event, here I am. I want to basically put it all out there. This is what I'm about. And if this fails miserably, then I'm guessing I've lost touch with what the game is all about. We've got more competitions. You'll see it when you register. Please be aware that that website was put up in 10 hours. So it's not the prettiest, but it's functional. We're trying to make it as simple as possible for you guys. So we've got the Genesis Lounges, which I already talked about. We've got the Can-Am Lounge, which is where the casters and prizes and basic registration is going to be. And then we've got the bar. Now, this is where the spectators can come. Yes, we've got spectators tickets. So you've got mates who are like, you're not really into dragging my computer out, but hey, I want to hang out with you. Dude, we're going to have like a stage. We're going to have projectors. We're going to have like a bar there. It's going to be awesome. So they can come along for $9 on the Saturday night. So all the finals will be run over that Saturday night. and they can actually, there'll be some competitions for them to turn up, so they don't just turn up and go, oh yeah, and not really experience the Ping Zero experience. What it is we're trying to get them hooked on landing. That's what it's all about, building that gaming community, making sure they're going to enjoy it. I'm guaranteed I've left stuff out. I'm excited. I'm hoping you're excited, because this event is going to be huge. I've got the marketing power of Trust Arena. I've got the Finder event that are doing it for me. There are so many people that are supporting this, and I know the gaming community, you guys that have done it, it's still the same old Ping Zero. You can still bring your own booze, man. You can still have a good time. You can still socialize. We're not changing. All we're doing is evolving, like Theo said. Also, big ups to the community as well. First of all, I'd like to thank Jack and Jonathan from Likewise Studios. You guys have been stuck. You've stuck with. Well, Jack has been with me for 2 years, supporting me by doing media for me. It's fantastic. And that's the whole beauty about gaming community. It's guys supporting other, and girls supporting these events. I'm looking forward to it. We're still gonna have a sleep area, basically the $49 is for the other guys who've never supported Ping Zero to come along and enjoy what we enjoy. I'm looking forward to it. This is it. This is me throwing all my cards out. You knew it was coming. Ping Zero isn't going to change. So, I don't want to offend all that core people that have followed me for the last 12 years, man. And I know some people have been coming for years and years and years. So I'm amped. I hope you're amped. Theo, thanks very much. That's me out. I guarantee I've left a whole lot of stuff out, but I'll keep updating on Facebook. I'm hoping everything's working live, because I've only had 6 hours sleep. I'm on my 3rd beer, so it's awesome. Cheers, bro.
Oh, good. Wicked. So go check out that Ping Zero website. Is there anything that you want to add, Beetle, before you go?
He pretty much got it all. He's a mile a minute, but it's all there.
Yeah, the mean enthusiasm coming out from the man himself. That was pretty. Yeah, he's sitting there taking a breath. Like,
Yeah.
Take a sip of your beer. Come on.
I am. And once again, hey, thanks for all the guys that have tuned in. I'm on a crap internet connection because I live out in the boonies. The guys that know me personally and they know where I live. Thanks, Theo, for this opportunity, and APoG. I'd like to thank everyone. It's been an awesome ride, and man, put this day in your calendar, because this is the day that Ping Zero stepped up and changed it. It's going to be awesome. We've launched a new website. I'm amped. It's been a crazy 2 weeks after event. This is the most busiest I've been. So sorry, Theo. I know you were cut for time. We're almost running out of time.
No, that's good.
Awesome.
That is wicked.
I'm enthusiastic. I'm enthused about it, and I'm hoping all the viewers are. Okay, man. I better stop. Cheers. Out.
No, that's all good. Thank you so much for coming on to this podcast. I know there's a lot of thanks being thrown around here, but yeah, thank you for coming on to this podcast and sharing all of this exclusive stuff with us and doing the whole interview thing. By the way, guys, anyone else you want to get interviewed as well, just email it to us at info@apog@gmail.com. And or just let us know on the Facebook or Twitter or anything like that. We want to get awesome people like Major here onto the podcast, so you guys can interview, you guys can find things out about gaming and the people who are making it big in New Zealand. It's a lot of fun. We're going to try and get a lot of people like Grinding Gear Games in here and see how that goes. But let us know who you'd like to see as well on here. But thank you for being here for the first podcast. This is a big thing for us as well. We're stepping it up as well as Barcraft, and this whole transition thing. It's been interesting, and actually we're going to be doing a LOL tournament. I don't know how big it's going to be, but we're going to be doing a LOL tournament for Ping 044 as well. We're going to be bringing that to you guys. Hopefully, bringing in a completely different crowd, or exciting some of the people that are already there. I know Dota 2 is a huge thing there already, so hopefully there's not too many killing of lots of people in that respect. But we'll see how it goes. It's going to be pretty fun, and a lot more competitions going on, a lot more prizing. It was all fun. Yeah.